Is there a sense that this virus could be a black swan for the industry?
Well, as we came into 2020, we expected a year that looked a lot like 2019, and the virus has made changes. We have and will see changes in economic growth. It'll be pushed down. We've seen changes in traffic, and this is going to affect the revenue and profitability of our customers. The question is, we don't know how long the duration of this virus, how long will it take to run its course, and only then will we really have an understanding of what the financial impact will be to our customers.
But to your knowledge, I mean, you've gone through the ups and downs in the industry, being in the business for about 40 years. Do you expect to see casualties? I mean, Alan Joy is saying survival of the fittest.
Well, there's definitely going to be pressure on all of our customers, the Chinese customers, anyone that touches China, and customers that fly to and from and within the Asia-Pacific region. There's no question about that. The good news is oil prices will probably be a little bit lower, so it will help with some of those customers. But there's definitely going to be challenges for some of our customers.
In terms of sales for Boeing from China, you've not seen that in at least 2 years. Do you expect this virus to impact sentiment even more, impact sales even more?
Well, we're just coming on the heels of the Stage 1 trade agreement, so that's a positive step forward. We're engaged with our customers there. Clearly, they're going to be challenged for the next several months with the virus. But ultimately, China is a big market, almost 7,700 airplanes. It's a market that's underserved today. So long term, that demand will come back.
A market that you'll see increasing competition, too, from Comac, which is producing its first commercial aircraft. I mean, what do you make of the competition? Will that impact Boeing in the next 5 years? It is coming to market, or it starts flying in 2021.
As you know, we have intense competition today with Airbus. I think Comac will be successful. The question is not if, but it's probably when. Over the next few years, I think we're in a good place. So we have to return the 737 MAX to service, get the airplanes that are on the ground up and flying, start our production again for us to be successful.
Let's pick up on the MAX. Lots of questions, lots of delays. When realistically will the MAX start flying again?
Well, our objective is we believe the airplane will return to service mid-year. We're planning on that. Frankly, that's a new schedule that we developed. We're working with the regulators around the world. We have a little bit of cushion in that based on what we've seen in the past. So that's our schedule. But frankly, returning the airplane to service is really about working with the more than 40 regulators around the world, making sure that all the testing is done on the software and the airplane improvements we've made, making sure that every question is answered. This is really a task by task exercise. It's not really about schedule. We've got to get it right.
But China has said that it is skeptical about the changes are being made to the MAX. What's your response to that? Does China have any case?
We're working with our customers. We're working with the regulators there and around the world. I can tell you when this airplane returns to service, it will be scrutinized more than any airplane in aviation history. It will be the most tested airplane in aviation history. Remember, it's building from a legacy of the 737 that has flown more than 30 billion people around the world. So I think we're going to be in a strong place, but we have to make sure the changes to the airplane are completed, documentation is done, the simulator training is done, regain the confidence of our customers, and ultimately we'll regain the confidence.
How do you regain the confidence and trust of the passengers?
Win the hearts and minds of the pilots first, win the hearts and minds of the flight attendant and the airlines, and then work very closely with your customers to bring the flying public back.
You talk about working with regulators. Regulators like those in India are requiring pilots to go through training on the simulators first, and there are lots of questions about who will foot the bill for the simulators, for the training. Well, in my conversation with SpiceJet, it did say that Boeing will be footing the bill.
Well, put it this way. It's not just India that's going to go through this pilot training. We're recommending that all pilots that return to the 737 MAX go through simulator training. So we're working with our simulators, all the simulators that are out in the environment to make sure that we'll be able to accommodate the training. And absolutely, as part of our compensation, we're working with our customers. Training is going to be part of that.
There's some suggestions out there that you're already looking at an alternative to the MAX. Any truth in that? And what are you looking at?
Well, there's a lot of speculation. You know, we have a new chairman, and the chairman has asked our team to step back and take a new look at the NMA and the market around that, and we're in the process of doing that. He also emphasized that as we went through this, you know, we're in this business for the long term, and we'll continue to invest in new products.
Randy, what do you deem as the biggest challenge for Boeing in the next 12, 24 months?
Well, it's really about the MAX. It's about getting that airplane back in service. It's about working with our customers to take the almost 400 airplanes out on the ground and take them back into service to more than 300 airplanes we have in our inventory now, and getting those back into service, and then slowly but consistently restarting our production line and making sure that that works well. So that is 100% what we have to focus on moving forward.
Before we let you go, Randy, we understand that this will be your last air show representing Boeing, a career spanning 40 years. Can you confirm that you're retiring?
Well, there's some speculation on that. That's a conversation my wife and I have had for a while. I got to tell you, whatever decisions I made the right decision in 1981 when I came to work for Boeing. 38 years working in this fabulous business. We talk about the challenges we've seen today. I can tell you, I've seen economic downturns, economic cycles. I've gone through SARS. I've seen the Asian financial crisis. One of the things that makes me proud about this industry is the depth and breadth and resiliency we see in flying. We do make the world a little bit better. We have really ushered in globalization. We've helped bring more than 1 billion people into the middle class. We're really proud of what we've been able to do, and I'm really happy to be part of this industry.